do you know, without naming names, do you know specifically people that were on that island, um, who are, who you spent time with or you know in Hollywood?
For sure.
For sure.
For sure.
And have you heard vivid stories of what took place on that island?
I have been with people that I have told me again. Like Hollywood isn't a place that people shoot their mouths off and tell things that aren't true. But I know people that have told me either secondhand or that they themselves had been there. And remember too,
Daniel Baldwin, brother of Stephen Baldwin and Alec Baldwin, spills all of the gross tea from Hollywood. He exposes Hollywood because him and Stephen, by the way, Stephen Baldwin is Haley Baldwin, also now known as Hailey Bieber's father, but they are exposing Hollywood. They're sick and tired of it. And Daniel Baldwin has said some crazy stuff in this brand new, like 9 days ago interview on the PBD podcast. I'm surprised that he's not even worried for his own life, or is he? Because, the stuff, you're not allowed to say this information. So make sure you guys watch this entire video because it is insane. I've clipped out the best and most important and shocking parts of this entire over 2 hours long podcast. So let's just get straight into it. So let's kind of pick up where we left off in the beginning of this video. Let's go.
Have you heard vivid stories of what took place on that island?
I have been with people that I have told me again. Like Hollywood isn't a place that people shoot their mouths off and tell things that aren't true. But I know people that have told me either secondhand or that they themselves had been there. And remember too, I don't think that everyone went there knowing what was going to happen. I think people went there going, oh, we're going to this great island. This guy Epstein's doing a movie or whatever. They get there and they go, oh, she's beautiful. Yeah, she's kind of interested in you, And I'm paraphrasing. She's kind of interested in you. If you want to go get a massage, well, she looks very young, And so if you had any conscience, you would say, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Or no, I'm married. Or no, I'm, or whatever the reason was. Then when the girl gets in there, let's say you're even stupid enough to go in the room and the girl goes, I'm 14. You should get up and walk out of the room. She might have been all dressed up and you thought she was 20 and you thought you were going to have a fling. Once you found that out, because that's part of the allure of it, that you want to be with an underage girl or underage boy. Once you
So disgusting. And we thought Jeffrey Epstein was the only one, but as we all know, Diddy is being exposed. And I actually want to put in a clip right now. Stephen Baldwin just put out a kind of creepy TikTok, like literally today. This is Daniel Baldwin's brother also, and he basically says that everyone, all of the big names are going down. No one is safe. So let me play that for you guys right now.
It is all of them. All of them. And not one will be able to escape.
What's interesting too on this TikTok is the caption is "Run, Forrest, Run." And guys, go look at Stephen Baldwin's TikTok feed. It's a little creepy, but let's just get back into this video.
You found that out. Now, if you stay in the room, you've asked for trouble and you're about to get trouble because he had a camera hidden in the room and he has all kinds of videos supposedly of those events. Now, what does that look like if that came out 8 years ago and Hillary Clinton's husband was involved? What does that look like if Donald Trump was involved? What does that look like if Tim Walz was? Again, you could shape the direction of a country based on having the wrong person in one of those videos.
That is insane. Insane. Wow. And just keep in mind, the Baldwin brothers, all three of them actors, like all three of them grew up in Hollywood. I believe they grew up in Hollywood. They've been around the Hollywood scene for their entire lives, so they know everything. I wish that he was like naming legitimate names, but he's probably a little afraid to, and I don't blame him.
And I believe those types of influential people are involved in those, which is why you probably will never see them because they will do everything. Look at when they raided Diddy's house. Do you ever see the footage of them walking out with the raid? They got like 2 boxes about this big. That was it. That was the whole raid, was to take those 2 boxes? Or was that whole raid to keep Sean Combs in the news because a lot of other stuff was going on at that time? Yeah, look, that was it. That was where you came with, National Guardsmen and SWAT guys with the 2 sons walking out with their hands up, and for that whole giant estate, which is like 4 homes. And I don't know, something doesn't match up about it. Something just doesn't match up about it.
Oh gosh, this is just so creepy to hear about. And I've been kind of like, my TikTok feed is half Barbara O'Neill and then half Diddy drama, the Diddy rabbit hole. And as you guys know, I did cover this, but Jay-Z was just recently named in a lawsuit alleging that he participating in these terrible, disgusting acts alongside Diddy, also known as Sean Combs. So just crazy stuff is being revealed, all right? Like, pretty much the vibe I'm getting is everyone at the top, the elitists, the celebrities, they are all the worst, most vile people in our society, aka stop worship. Like, no one should ever worship anyone that's human. Worship God, that's it. Worship Jesus, that's it. By the way, if you agree and if you like videos like this, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, praise God, or find God. Comment, find God for the algorithm, and we'll get back to this insane video.
The interesting thing about the Epstein and the theory about Epstein is we know he filmed people for sure on that island. He has a lot of movies, a lot of films of people that are very, very powerful political figures, and entertainers, business people. So do you really believe that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself?
Of course not.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you believe that Jeffrey Epsteined himself, then I don't ever think I could ever listen to you or take you seriously ever again. Ever. Completely discredited. Adios, amigo.
Okay, so there's other theories that he's in Lebanon. He never died at all. That having the weight of owning those films right now over people. So will Donald Trump release those films? I believe Donald Trump probably has a lot of friends that are in those videos too. I don't know if it behooves him to release them either. But what happens if iconic African Americans or iconic Japanese Americans or iconic Anglo Americans, former presidents, so what happens if they're in those videos? What does that do to the herding of the sheep? Because I believe that's exactly what we're experiencing. We're all being pushed in a certain direction because when I sat with my brother Alec and my father and I watched Cronkite, and we sat and watched those news programs, and Cronkite reported the news, I believe that Cronkite was wholeheartedly reporting what he believed were true facts to the audience. I do not believe that anymore at all. I believe it's very agenda driven. I believe that they actually edit footage. They do things to whatever it is, who they're working for, and driving them that way. This happened in this election. Never, ever has it happened more than it happened in this last election.
60 Minutes,
the
edits they did.
Oh my God, yeah. They took, you legally can't even do that. No one's going to say anything about it. No one's going to say anything about it.
Of course.
Do you think there's a part of it where it's the reason why they're losing credibility the way they have, where, the way?
Absolutely. The people are waking up, and praise God for that.
The way they lost was incredibly embarrassing. To lose all 7 states, and you had $1 billion+ that you spent paying celebrities to endorse you, and they're like, you know what, we're done. We don't want to buy this stuff anymore. You're just fake, and they're losing their credibility because it just seems like, look at this election where Trump went on all these podcasts, and podcasts have more credibility than mainstream media. One went on all the mainstream places, the other one on podcasts, and he ended up winning by a landslide.
Now I want to fast forward a little bit when they talk about Diddy and Jamie Foxx. Watch this. This is insane.
More people are getting bolder to say, here's a video of him and his girlfriend. How come we didn't see it before? It's been around for a while. Now you're showing it to us. Here's who this person came out. $30 million here. This person over here. That person over here. Jamie Foxx, I don't know if you saw the one with Jamie Foxx saying the fact that when his special comes out, he's actually going to talk about the fact that Diddy's the one that poisoned him. Again, this is a story.
I heard that story too.
Was that, yeah, how a story about Sean Diddy Combs and Jamie Foxx mystery illness went viral. Is this the one? Yeah, December 2nd, go a little lower. So on the upcoming Netflix comedy show, Jamie Foxx expected to include the actor addressing a mysterious 2023 health crisis that left him hospital. This is from today.
Right.
For more than 20 days and recovering for months more, but has also sparked rumors it was Diddy. May have some of the response for it. Okay. Which Combs' camp has denied, but Foxx has not. Of course Combs' camp is going to deny,
right,
but it's what Foxx is going to say because everyone's interested in what Fox's story is.
But now, if you go and you look further about the number of people that have had this sudden death thing happen to them that are related to to Diddy. It's like some viral lung or something, like some weird, but like.
Yes, I just saw a TikTok about this. I'll have to find it and I'll insert it here. But basically, what the TikTok explained was that people very close to Diddy suddenly die of pneumonia. I'll just insert it here so you guys can see, because this was wild. I don't know if it's true, okay, but watch this.
Want to know the craziest thing I saw on the internet today? It was a video of a guy saying he decided to just quickly Google if there was any correlation between baby oil and pneumonia. And wouldn't you believe it? There is. I didn't believe it when I heard it because that sounded a little too convenient, right? So I Googled it myself. Turns out there is a correlation. There is a correlation. If you ingest baby oil, it can cause pneumonia. To take it further, I made sure that there were medical reports on it, medical studies, and there are. Baby oil can cause pneumonia. It can actually kill people. And to be honest, this feels like a reach to me, to be honest, because baby oil, knowing the type of parties that Diddy had, it would make more sense that it would be used as like a lubricant or as a way to like, you know, make things slippery for the types of things that he was doing. That would make way more sense to me, right? But when you look at all the information, it's kind of hard to not consider the possibility. A lot of the people around him that did pass away from pneumonia. For example, Brittany Murphy famously passed away from pneumonia, and so did her husband. And she had at least a friendly relationship with P. Diddy. And so did Kim Porter. And so did a lot of other people passing away from pneumonia. And I don't know about you, but I have not heard of many people in my adult life passing away from pneumonia, especially young, seemingly healthy people passing away from pneumonia. So all I'm saying, we should not jump to conclusions. It makes more sense that the baby oil was used for different things, but can you not agree that it's a little suspicious that he was found with a fuck ton of baby oil, and ingesting baby oil does cause pneumonia?
Insane, right? Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Let's finish this last couple minutes out with what Daniel Baldwin has to expose, because he's not done, guys. He's not.
5 people that had information on him, that were going to testify against him, look it up. So if you look up, you know, death trail of Diddy affiliates due to mysterious disease or whatever you want, and it's going to come up and you're going to go, wow. So, and a lot of the same symptoms as Foxx. And there was, I mean, there's a number of them that, it was a couple that both died. One died, the husband, I think, and then the girlfriend died like a month later of the same thing, and they believe that it has something to do with him. Again, I don't know this, but it just seems very suspicious when you go through and you look at in the history of different people that can make you go away if you know. Listen, I've worried about some of the things that I talk about on my show. Is someone going to knock on my door one day? Is my car going to blow up? Because I'm willing to talk about things. 13 deaths around Diddy, 9 victims of City College incident, Tupac and Biggie, Kim, you know, blah, blah. It goes on and on. And I think the funny thing is we're fed what they want us to believe. So how much of it is you're looking over here while they're doing whatever they're doing over here? And I think a lot of misdirection happens in the press.
Go with Epstein. Epstein is a different story.
Gosh, that's such a valid point, because we only really know what the government and the media wants us to know. So what if there's even someone worse than Diddy? Is Diddy the fall man? But I mean, he's definitely criminal and disgusting, allegedly, from these allegations. It's just like, are these coincidences, or how come all of these people die of pneumonia? Seriously, it's insane. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you did make it to the end of the video, comment an orange heart for the algorithm, and I'll see you guys next time in a hopefully not as gruesome and morbid story. Thanks for watching. Adios, amigos.